What's up, guys? It's Jason with Napier Photography in 3D, and today I'm going to talk to you about wide-angle lenses. Let's go. Alright, so as all of you guys know, I'm a Sony mirrorless shooter, and my go-to lens pretty much for most of my shoots is the G Master 24-70 lens. It's 2.8 aperture, and for all intentional purposes, that lens is absolutely amazing. I mean, I can shoot a wedding from start to finish with a 70-200 on another camera, and I really pretty much get everything that I need. Well, I shoot real estate photography, and I recently had a situation where I found the need that my 24-70 lens just wasn't quite wide enough. Now, for those of you guys that may not know, 24 millimeters is pretty wide, but obviously, you know, the wider you are with real estate photos, you're going to capture a lot more of the house. Now, I wasn't originally a real estate shooter. You know, I shoot portraits, I shoot sports, so having a 24-70 was perfect for everything that I do. And for all intentional purposes, everything that I've shot as far as houses goes have been amazing. But when you get into homes that have tight spaces or large spaces, you really want to show it off. You know, a wide-angle lens is something I've kind of neglected to get. So I remedied that. I picked up the Sony 10-18, and I've got it on my A6000 right here. And just in the little time that I've used this 10-18, it's a 4.0, it's a f4 lens, which is not great in low light, but for real estate photography, you pretty much shoot on a tripod anyway, so it's not necessarily a big deal. But this little lens right here has been kind of eye-opening for me. So I'm gonna show you guys kind of what I mean about that. I'm gonna video the back of my camera, and I'm gonna show you kind of what that looks like. All right, let's go. All right, so my son Joshua went on a little bit of a run. So we're here in Northern Virginia, and a little place called Tomsbrook, Virginia. It's Sarah's grandmother lives here. And you know, I wanted to go on a run. My ankle's been giving me some issues, so I'm not running. So I thought I'd show you guys some video footage and kind of show you this 10-18. Just down from Sarah's grandmother's house, there's a little place called Tom's Brook. It's a little brook that runs through the area, and I'm gonna show you the difference in the 10-18. All right, here we go. All right, so what you're looking at right now is footage from my cell phone, okay? So, and just below me on my Jobby tripod, okay, you can see pretty much the same scene. Now, I've got this at around, well, as you guys can see, I've got it set at 18 millimeters, okay? So you can see that for the most part, 18 millimeters is about the same as my cell phone. Okay, so now and I'm at 1/1250th of a second f4. F4 is the fastest this lens will go. Now, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this to 16. Okay, so that's 16 millimeters. You can see that's quite a bit wider. Okay, you can start to see some of the road over here. Okay, you're seeing more of the tree above. Okay, which is pretty much, actually depends on, let's see if I'm pointing the same way. Okay, it's almost 16 mil is about what this is, so it's close. Okay, so we're at 16 here. Okay, now I'm gonna turn it to 14, so you guys can see, and turn it to 14 millimeters. Okay, now you're really starting to see more of the road over here on the left. Okay, you're seeing a lot more of the tree, okay? So that's the same angle. Okay, if I set the cell phone right there, that's the same angle that I'm getting, okay? So that's at 14 millimeters. Okay, let's go to 12. So, okay, that's 12 millimeters. Now you can really see, let me turn this off so you can really see all of that. And let's see. I want you to be able to see all of the screen. So now you're seeing quite a bit more of the road at 12. And let's pop it all the way to 10. Sorry. So now we're at 10, okay? Now you're really seeing what the difference is, okay? So look, that's the same angle, okay, there, okay? We're getting we're not getting that much of the tree. We're getting just the branches at the top. But as you can see on this wide lens, I'm getting all of that foliage on the top, all the ground right in front, and quite a bit of the road. So there's that. So there you're seeing that with it being at 10 millimeters, I'm getting way up here, okay, and way down here, but it's on this. So that's why it's important to have a wide angle lens when you shoot real estate and landscape. So again, I was very reluctant on purchasing another wide angle lens because I didn't really feel like it was something that I needed for the type of photography that I take initially. But now I see, after looking at some real estate pictures and video of wide angle lenses, I see that it's real important, and you do capture more of the house. Now this isn't as nice a lens as my G Master. My G Master blows away pretty much every lens that you can get out on the market. But for the most part, this f4 lens is perfect. Like I say, this is it's a native lens. This lens works great with the crop sensor body. If you put it on a full frame, it's going to make it about 15.5, 15.6 millimeters, which is still really wide. But you know, if you put it on a full frame lens, you're not getting as wide as you do on this crop sensor, because this is actually an NEX lens, which works with the NEX system, and it works with all of the, because it's an E mount. But like I say, it sorry, I had an ant on me. It works with the full frame and the crop sensor, but it just works best on the crop sensor, so you get a full 10 millimeter out of it. So anyway, wide angle is pretty cool. I'm gonna show you some other things that I feel are really cool about this thing. You can use it like a macro lens as well, because the area of focus is so close. You can really get some great up close photos and videos. So you can use that for weddings too. All right, here comes my son. All right, so I'm gonna show you how the macro focus works really well. All right, so this little group of weeds is what I'm gonna focus on. And as you can see from the back of the camera, you know, you can see it just at the bottom. I'm gonna lean this over until it gets close, so you can kind of see how close I am. I'm pretty much almost touching it. And let's touch the focus here. Now you can see that, I hope you can see that that's just about as sharp as you want. All right, my son just got done with his run, so I'm gonna do a little bit of video of the water while he's cooling down, but pretty cool stuff. All right, just down from Sarah's grandmother's house. It's a really beautiful home down here. It's right by the water, Tom's Brook, and so I'm gonna show you the difference in the cell phone's width compared to the 10 millimeter. Check it out. All right, so this is from the cell phone, obviously, and you can see part of the house, just a little bit. I'm not gonna change anything. I'm gonna keep it in the exact same spot. If you come to the back of the camera, you can see that you've got almost all of the house. Sorry, shaky. But as compared to just a part of the house there. So a huge difference. Okay, you can't tell from here, but on the 10 millimeter, I've got the entire house. But from right here, you're seeing this is what my cell phone's width is capturing. So let me shine down here and let you see. That's all of the house at 10 millimeters. So you can see that with this wide angle lens, the difference from the cell phone and the 10 millimeter is pretty drastic. You're able to capture so much more of it. So pretty crazy. And here it is again, and I put it all the way to 18 so you can kind of see what we're looking at. So, you know, there's 10 to 18. I'm gonna be pointing at the same, I wanna be pointing at about the same thing. So, and there's at 18, and you're still getting quite a bit more. So imagine I was shooting most of my footage of these houses and landscapes at 24 millimeters. So you can tell that this 10 millimeter lens is gonna absolutely do the trick. Anyway, check out how beautiful this place is. Beautiful. Anyway, I guess that's it. Just kind of talking to you guys about the wide angle lens and kind of the difference that I see and how that's going to change the way I shoot real estate photos. So if you're looking for a wide lens, the 10-18 is probably what you want to go with. The wider the better with real estate. You do get just a little bit. It's just wide enough to where it's not going to distort, but in video, if you move slowly, you don't see the distortion, but if you move quickly, you can kind of see it at the edges just a little bit. But overall, this is an amazing lens. I mean, so that's it. See y'all later.